Hey guys, welcome back to Dad's Fox Body Garage. Just want to give you an update on what's been going on. I know it's been a minute since the last video. Um, Weather actually got nice here in Michigan for a few days. So instead of working on the old Calypso, I had the Stormtrooper out for a little spin. Put some miles on her. Doing pretty well. I don't know if I told you a whole lot about this car. I'll spin it around here so you can see. This is my 89 LX hatch. Original 38,000 mile car. It's from North Carolina. I have the Carfax. It shows lived most of its life there. And then came up this way into the Rust Belt. But doesn't appear to have been driven a whole lot, according to the Carfax. Does have some calcium buildup from sitting outside wherever it was around the windshield here. And the roof looks like it's been resprayed, but other than that, I kind of call it a survivor. She's not really a show car, even though I do take it to shows. I don't ever enter it into a judged class. I just bring it there to be there and be with all the guys, all the car guys. It does have lowering springs all the way around. I bought it, had cut springs and rode like a lumber wagon, so I changed that. It's actually a little too soft in the front end, but it's not bad. Does have the 5-lug conversion front and back with the SN95 brakes, Cobra brakes, and then Cobra wheels all the way around. Love driving this car. It is an AOD car, so it does have its what do they call that, a slush box. It could be a little bit tighter shifts, and down the road, I'll probably have that reworked. But we have the Fox Fest coming up here in Michigan, and I have my to-do list here. It's not till July, but would like to knock out a few things before the show. I am already registered, so looking forward to seeing everybody there. See other YouTubers talking about it. It's kind of fun. Calypso obviously not making it this year. We're gonna shoot for next year. How's that? But I got a few things together. As you can see here, I got a coolant system pretty much buttoned up, and also got a blower belt. A little bit of drama with that. The blower belt that Holley supplies is the wrong length. They call it a 1225 millimeter belt. No way in the world that's going to fit. Talked to Holley numerous times, got to the point where they couldn't figure it out, and they stopped calling me back. So kind of sorry to get that service from Holley. They say, oh, it's a discontinued item, blah blah blah. This blower, well, I know that, that you saw the previous videos on how hard it was to get this thing. But nonetheless, I cracked the code, and the number that was on there is in millimeters. So it's 1225 millimeters was the belt size that came with it. So I ended up cutting that belt, wrapping it around, and then measuring the gap. And came out to about 1.25 inches. So I went up to my local O'Reilly's and said, all right, what do you have that's close to 1200 and whatever it was, 65 millimeters. So guys up there at the local O'Reilly's are great, very patient. They went through their computer and pulled up, must have been 20 or 30 different possibilities, and finally found one and super inexpensive compared to like buying something from Holley. The only problem was I had to wait 3 or 4 days for them to ship it from wherever. But you know, who cares? You know, I'm in no rush. Came in, and as you can see here, we have the tensioner on. I want to either drill a hole in this right here or put another lock nut on it, because I see this nut falling off as soon as I get out of the driveway. This is a spring-loaded mechanism here. Keeps the tension on it. Came out great. And the accessory belt, as you saw in the last one, that's on. Buddy of mine picked up some elbows. I can't remember if I made a video since then, but we rerouted our coolant line. Got a different thermostat housing. Comes out on a slight angle, so travels under. Actually, this is a stock hose, just kind of cut it and manipulated it. Again, really, I think it turned out great. You know, I don't see any problem with this. PVC, I don't see that going anywhere. But really happy with that. Also got my 90-degree fitting up in here for the heater hose. I think the next thing to do would probably be pull the heater hose out, or the heater core out. You know, as you can see, the all I got is a heater box there, so that should be pretty easy. Pull the heater box. I already got the heater core. Stick that in. I'm gonna repaint, you know, the rubber here black, because it just got painted when I painted the bay. The AC is not going back in this thing. I'm not interested in that. You know, we don't have a roof, so I mean, you know, who needs AC? Just drive faster, right? Another thing I'm going to try out is after I got everything together, I'm like, oh, I'm going to start it, and it appears I may have a fuel leak right from the fuel cell, like the first AN fitting. I remember when I was putting that in, I put a slight scratch on the angled surface, and sure enough, it kind of smelled like gas in here for the last couple weeks, and got under there, and there's a little bit of a wet spot. So I picked these up, actually got them online. Supposed to fix slight leaks on AN fittings, just a seal. I believe it compresses around there and it's supposed to seal that up. I also saw on YouTube that there's a system where you can screw it onto the AN fitting, and it's also like it's like an angled hone where you can redress that taper. So I was happy to see that, because I'm like, I do not want to buy a fuel cell. So between the two things, I'm going to try this first. If this works, great. If not, I'll buy that little tool that you stick on a drill motor and touch that up. But again, not the end of the world. Just thought I'd come out here and see if this belt fit, and really happy it did. So it's coming along. I got to get the floor patched in this thing so I can start putting the inside together. My goal is to get this thing rolling by spring. Rolling, not driving, but I want to be able to push it outside, sand it, bring it back in. You know, I don't want to destroy my garage in here with sanding dust if I can help it. I know it's already a mess, but I don't know. I just want to be able to move it and get it on all fours. What else going on? Oh, I got some new boots coming for the ball joints. Ball joints are fine, but I just damaged this one when I was working on the welding up the shock tower and whatnot and getting everything apart. I tore the boot, so those are on the way. And What else is new and exciting? Oh, yeah, big thing. So a buddy of mine reached out to me this week, and he's like, hey, when are you coming over? I'm like, I don't know. I don't make it out that way too often. And he lives probably 45 minutes away from me. And he's like, okay. And then like a couple hours go by, and he shows me this picture, and he picked up a set of wheels that I've been wanting for this thing. They're drag stars. So we got a set of skinnies, and I think they're called street radials for the back. Look like a slit with some lines in it. Beautiful condition. Everything's beautiful on them. He said he got a screaming deal on them. Couldn't pass it up, so he bought them for me. I'm like, what? I'm like, you're crazy, man. But again, super guy, car guy. This is the same guy. He's my best friend, really. So owe a lot to him. We're going to the Autorama together this year, so ought to be a blast. And I think that's about it for now. I got to get some sheet metal for the floor. Trying to look online on how to patch that with least amount of work. And from what I've seen, it's just a couple areas, so I'm thinking cut the metal close and then use self tappers in the corners, and then outline it with a marker and scribe it in, unscrew the patch, cut it out to my scribed line a little bit big, fit the piece in, and then do some stitch welding around that thing, and then seal it up. I think that's the easiest way I've come up with to do it, rather than cutting a hole and trying to fit a piece in. Really want to get that taken care of. Did get the clutch hooked up. I'm working on the linkage here with this universal piece here I got off of I think it's off of Amazon. And I'm using the throttle cable off of the carbureted version. It might be a little too short. With the blower, it's kind of stretching it up a little bit, but we'll try to get something to work there. I have to move this piece back. Should have done that when it was off, because I can't even see what kind of fastener is under there. But again, she's coming along. It is colder, today, so I thought I'd spend a little bit of time out here, at least getting a plan for next week. Had my daughter this week, so she keeps me pretty busy, but next week we'll get some stuff done and hopefully start putting stuff together. I should have everything to put the brakes together now, but I'm waiting on those boots. Knock the spindles off, put the boots on the ball joints, get it greased, and start going back together. So that's just a quick update, and I think that about covers it. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you on the next one.